How well do you really know how other people perceive you at work? In this video, I'm going to give you 3 things to do in order to find out what character you've been cast as in their story. Hi, I'm Beth Strathman. Welcome to my channel, where I often offer common sense leadership solutions so simple and wise your employees will practically lead themselves. So, you know that everybody has their own perspective, and there's a quote that goes something like, even though you're the main character in your story, just remember you're only a secondary character in everybody else's story. So sometimes we get so caught up in knowing what's going on in our heads, we know what our good intentions are, that we forget that other people might be seeing something different than what we intend. You know, I always talk to my clients about the difference between your intention and your impact. So here are 3 things that you can do to get a better idea on how other people are really reading you and perceiving what you're doing and what you're contributing and what you're not contributing. Okay, so number 1, the first thing you can do is just use your imagination and think about, well, gee, how might others perceive this? So you can just sort of, in your own head, think about, well, gee, if I were in this other department, how might they have just perceived what I said or did, or how I came across in the meeting? Or if I were, you know, one of my direct reports, how would I have just perceived the way I came across? You know, what would they be reading in what I just did? So just use your imagination. Number 2, what you can do is really pay attention to other people's body language when you're with them in meetings. So you can kind of look on their faces, how engaged they look. Are they squirming? Did they squirm at certain points in what you know, during what you said in the meeting or in the presentation? So look for that underlying message from their body language that might be cluing you into the fact that maybe the way you came across hit a nerve or didn't resonate with them. And finally, the 3rd thing you can do is just simply ask people that you trust to give you, you know, accurate and honest feedback. But the key when you ask for feedback is to ask them specific to a particular situation. Don't just ask for general feedback. That's too wide open, and it probably won't net you what you're after. So after a meeting, after a presentation, after an interaction, ask someone who was there and who observed it or who experienced it, you know, how did I come across? You know, how did I contribute to that situation? You know, good and bad. You know, how do you see my part in this situation? But get it narrowed down to a specific instance so that the feedback is very specific and, you know, isn't so general that they don't even know what you're asking. So those are 3 things you can do to find out how you're really coming across to others. So like, subscribe, and share this video. Make sure that you get my conversation planner. That'll help you plan out conversations if you have the luxury of time, particularly difficult conversations before you have them. And leave a comment below. Let me know how you like this video. Till next time, I'm Beth Strathman with Common Sense Leadership Solutions, so simple and wise, your employees will practically lead themselves.